Solana, Salami coin. It has been the breakout layer one success story of crypto in the last few years. This current bull run has had insane gains, second only to Bitcoin. And one of the main reasons for Solana's success is because it's the go-to chain for everyone's favorite casino, meme coins. Really, only Bitcoin and meme coins have been the cycle's super hot major narratives. Yeah, okay, RWA and AI too, but really meme coins, right? If you've been asleep for the past 18 months, well, first off, welcome back to reality. Second, there's your 10-second catch-up summary. Now, what I want to discuss today is where Solana could be heading. Meaning, if we assume that this bull run isn't over, which I don't believe that it is, then what price point can we expect for Solana to hit for the remainder of this cycle? That's our question for today. We're going to use 3 different models to try to attack this question and see where the numbers shake out at. So let's dive straight in. The first model is Solana's price percentage correlation with Bitcoin. So look for a bunch of reasons that I'm not going to repeat here, okay? Once the dust is all settled, I do think that Bitcoin is going to go higher. Bitcoin probably has its blow off top in like Q4 of 2025 or Q1 of 2026 with this cycle's all-time high coming in somewhere between 175K up to the fabled $250,000 Bitcoin price point. Now, given that we can track Solana's percentage gains to Bitcoins, then we can project Solana's all-time high if Bitcoin hits this target. So we are on the weekly here for Bitcoin. If we measure from the 2022 bear market low back to the peak, we can see that Bitcoin made a 530% gain. Now, if we do the same for Solana, measure from the same dates, we can see that Solana made a 1,700% gain. So basically, Solana's pump was a 3.2x of that of Bitcoin's. Let's run the same measurement again, but measure from Solana's bear market bottom to the peak. When we do that, we see that Solana increased 2,700% or 5x of what Bitcoin's price increase did. On a percentage basis, okay? So look, let's split the difference here and go with 4x, meaning we're assuming that however much Bitcoin runs from here, we think that Solana, based on historical data, is gonna do a 4x of that on a percentage basis. So if Bitcoin hits a new all-time high range between $175,000 to $250,000, which is a percentage gain of 100 to 180%, and Solana does a 4x of that, then Solana's price range comes out to, well, before we get into that, actually. Look, if you're still dealing with the KYC delays at exchanges, blocked countries preventing you from longing and shorting all your favorite coins, clunky platforms, all the regular bullshit, just stop it. There's a better way to trade crypto. It's called FEMX. No ID checks, no restrictions. You can trade from anywhere in the world, just pure unrestricted access wherever you are. Use the link down below to get signed up. I've been trading on FEMX for a long time. It's never let me down. It's fast, secure, and built for real traders. And right now, they're offering insane rewards. $10 just for signing up, $500 in deposit bonuses, and $1,200 in trading bonuses. That's real money, okay? If you want to trade without limits, without waiting, without excuses, just click on the link down below in the description. You can get all of those sweet deals and start trading with no KYC over on FEMX. Don't miss out. Link down below. So, the price for Solana, $700 to $1,150. Now, if you're becoming angry at the first mention of this, first, I understand it's been a tough market, guys, but calm yourselves down, okay? Second, this is just one model to consider. And remember the 2 fundamental assumptions that we're making, okay? Okay. The next model is the Fibonacci Analysis. So this is pretty damn straightforward because we are assuming that Solana is probably in a repeating multi-year boom-bust cycle where this cycle's high will be much higher than last cycle. Not just by a few bucks, okay? We got to 295, the previous cycle peak was 260, okay? So we're not talking about that. We're talking about a real high, okay? All we have to do is use our Fibonacci tool to measure from the 2021 high at 260 down to the 2022 bottom at like $8 or whatever. Then extend our Fibonacci lines up there. The 1.61, the 2.61, and the 4.23 are automatically projected for our current cycle. Now, according to classic Fibonacci TA, the 2.61 extension level is the most likely to end up getting hit. That's coming in around 660 buckaroonies. Now, the 1.61 is the second most likely candidate. That's around $415 right now. That 4.23 level, also a pretty interesting area, That's around $1,000 right now. So yeah, those aren't bad numbers, guys. The Fibonacci analysis says 660 is a pretty good target. 415, $1,000, okay? Our only assumption that Solana's all-time high this cycle will be significantly higher than last cycles. That's really what we need to assume here, okay? Now, the third model, it's pretty much a simple market cap share projection. All we're doing here is projecting what the total market cap of crypto will be if Bitcoin lands between $175,000 to $250,000, with some assumptions built in as to Bitcoin and Solana dominance. When this happens, with all those numbers, we can arrive at an all-time high range for Solana. So here's the history. December 9th, 2024. Crazy times. The total crypto market cap hit its all-time high of $3.7 trillion. Bitcoin was at $101,000. Dominance of Bitcoin's at 55.7%. Solana was at 237. Market cap $113 billion with a 3% dominance. So 3%. Using that as our guide, here's our assumptions. First, again, Bitcoin lands in $175,000 to $250,000. Second, Bitcoin has a approximate 50% market dominance when it hits these levels. And third, Solana maintains its 3% dominance, which, to be honest, the way ETH has been going, Solana could actually have a higher dominance ratio. I could see it at 5, 6, 7, 8%, to be honest. Now, I think these are all reasonable assumptions, right? Keeping a relatively cool head about everything. This cycle's main narrative will still be Bitcoin, but Solana meme coins will continue to be hot. So let's run the math here. With the help of our new AI overlords, we get a total crypto market cap between $6.9 to $9.9 trillion. Solana priced in that scenario $400 to $575.
You're completely sure of the math.
Look at him. That's my quant.
Your what?
My quantitative. My math specialist. Look at him. You notice anything different about him? Look at his face.
So that's the market cap share projection, with Solana again priced between $400 and say $600. So look, when I crunch an average of averages between these three different models, what do we get? We get Solana priced at $715 at the all-time high for this cycle. But honestly, $1,000 Solana also doesn't sound that crazy. If it outperforms ETH by a little bit, takes a bit of that market share, gets some nice ETF inflows, wouldn't be crazy. But $715 is a reasonable number. It's right in line with the price percentage comparison, pretty close to the 2.618 Fibonacci level, significantly above the market cap share projection. So maybe Solana beats up on Ethereum a bit more than we're expecting, and yeah, it goes $715, $800, $1,000 in the peak moment of the cycle. Now you're gonna hear people saying it's gonna go $3,000, it's gonna go $5,000, it's gonna go $10,000. That's the kind of bullish euphoria you'll see near the top when we start getting near these numbers of $600, $700, or maybe we get that Pico blow off top for like a day or two where the price hits $1,000 or more. It's probably a great time to run for the damn hills. But it's a lot of money to be made between here and there, whether it gets to $600, $700, or $1,000. It's not bad, is it, considering today's price for Solana? Those are pretty good returns that you could have in the next 6 to 8 months. I mean, it ain't fart coin money, but it's pretty good money nevertheless. Thanks for watching.